I'm pretty good.
So, tonight here we have AzraelRavenheart versus jkoper in an elimination match. We have AzraelRavenheart, who is seeded 11th, versus jkoper, who is seeded 22nd and got in via the play-in race last week. The winner of this match will go on to have the wonderful experience of battling the 6th seed High Spirits. So, we shall see what's going on here shortly. Otherwise, I'm expecting a really good race tonight. What are you expecting?
I'm expecting all kinds of trolls.
And it looks like we are off in the IRC channel, so we are now just waiting to... We're waiting for Twitch delay.
It should... Mixer should be... RTMP thing should be going. Anyway, though, these stats are kind of ugly. Oh! Oh dear.
Alright, so it looks like, we've got good strength here, but that's really about it. Although we do have, it looks like, hurt more and heal more on jkoper's side. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to have... And it looks like we have a town right near the castle, which is Cantlin.
Yep, and Staff of Rain Cave.
jkoper up against a warlock here, and just hurt mourning that warlock to death. So this should get jkoper up to level 4. Meanwhile, Azrael is probably going up to level 2 over there.
Indeed. Oof. Getting slept and wrecked.
Yep, and the fun police sends jkoper back from whence he came. So if you do take your attention to the tracker, you'll notice that Azrael is running a strength agility build and jkoper is running a strength HP build. We'll see if that's going to come into play at all as we get later on into the seed. If, this seed happens to naturally favor agility over HP or vice versa, we could very well see that coming into play as far as what levels we can go fight the Dragon Lord at. But, we got a little bit of time before that happens. But right now, let's just enjoy them hurt-mooring everything to death.
I don't know, the race I saw before this, I didn't see the end, but when I hopped in, they were at level 18 and not ready to face the Dragon Lord.
Azrael using his torch to find that he is in Swamp South.
Oh boy.
And jkoper has found the Staff of Rain Cave. Oh, a bunch of good things here around Start. Oh, and a town right by the Swamp Cave, and it is... Oh, Brackenary. Yay. Although, depending on what Brackenary has here, it might actually be a really nice thing. Let's see what we got.
Let's see... some... not much good stuff.
And an AK-47 snipes jkoper, sends him back to Start.
Oh dear. And Azrael taking the heal at the end.
Noticing he gets level 2 sleep.
Ooh, now that's nice.
Azrael taking down anything worth killing, I suppose, is worth overkilling. Taking down that Drakima, and he will get... I think this is going to take him to... Is it to 3 or to 4? That's 3.
3.
Okay. And jkoper... These fun police are out in full force if you get too far from Start.
Oh boy, this is going to be an interesting start. So, I see that jkoper's playing as Link. What in the world is Azrael playing as?
I believe that is the Final Fantasy I Master Sprite, I do believe. The evolved form of the Black Belt.
Huh. I have never played a Final Fantasy game.
Well, you should. They are wonderful. jkoper finding coal. Okay, this could be a big find. Let's see what we have here 4 steps south of the fountain.
It is Erdrick's token.
So, we get the Erdrick's tease there. Not a bad find. I mean, Erdrick's token is indeed one of the required items. Although, everything being equal, I'm sure jkoper would have loved to have seen Erdrick's armor there.
Indeed. So, can sword be in a search spot, or does it have to be a chest?
Nope, sword absolutely has to be in a chest.
Ah.
And it can be in any chest anywhere. It doesn't have to be in Sharlock. It can be anywhere. It could be in Rimeldar. It could be in the treasury. It could be one of the first 3 chests in the game you get.
I can't tell you how many times I've seen it in vanilla lately.
Well, let's hope it's not this time, because I'm sure we would all like to go to bed at a normal hour. AzraelRavenheart getting to level 4. Ooh, jkoper getting an Axe Knight and takes him down with 1 hit.
And a new spell at 5 was what? Outside?
Looks like. And jkoper gets to 6.
Yep.
And a Magiwyvern takedown on Azrael's side, so this is going to be level 6 for Azrael, and we have Hawksness over on jkoper's side.
Oh boy. Oh, it's...
I would imagine with the... Oh, go ahead.
I believe this is the one with the Guardian aiding the search spot, right?
Yeah, it is indeed, and jkoper getting to level 7, and I would imagine he's going to go... Ooh, nice hit points there at level 7. Ooh, and we have the Silver Shield and Magic Armor over there in Cantlin.
Wait, did we already have Healmore? Oh.
Yeah, Healmore, I believe, was level 4.
Oh, wow.
Now,
early Healmore and early Hurtmore.
Yep. So it looks like, I think Hawksness was just north of Cole, so I would imagine Coper's going to head back to the inn and then take a run at Hawksness, given that he has both Healmore and Hurtmore. Yeah, west, north, same thing.
Yeah, directions are hard. Directions are very hard.
It looks like Azrael's going to use some of his gold to probably pick up some herbs and a torch or 2. Meanwhile, jkoper looks like he's boogieing right back to Hawksness.
Ooh, that is Dragon Lord 2 Breath on Demon Knights.
Well, we know what nobody's going to be fighting anytime soon.
That was 72 hit points, I believe.
Indeed, without Erdrick's armor, you get the full force of the Dragon Lord Breath, which I believe can max out at 76, which is oh so fun.
Sounds like how to get destroyed in this game.
Oh, looks like this game is throwing a bunch of fun stuff at our runners at this point. A bunch of sleep, bunch of fire breath. Life is good.
Bunch of fun police.
A few armored knights thrown in there for funsies. Life's good. Alright, so we definitely have jkoper on the way back to the Cole-Hawksness duo over here. Coper goes north. He should find Hawksness. Let's see if he goes in there or if he's going to say, you know what? I know where Hawksness is. Let's wander around a little bit, see if we can't find anything else, and maybe we'll take... Nope, he's going straight to Hawksness, which I think is the right play. Meanwhile, what is not the right play is being sent back to start by the Fun Police.
Ugh. So, are the Fun Police only supposed to be an endgame, I assume?
In vanilla, the Red Dragon is endgame. Yes.
So what, just like Sharlock?
Yes. Yeah. I know the Red Dragon is the mini-boss oh, no, there is no mini-boss. I believe you can find the Red Dragon in Sharlock, I believe on the bottom 2 or 3 floors.
That's horrible.
So, looks like Koper is doing the put the snowman to sleep and prey on Hurtmore.
Hey, that works.
Ooh, got a Hurtmore in there, was that? And he gets it. Alright, so let's see what we have here in the Hawksness search spot.
New spell? Ooh, Ardrick's armor!
Well, that is a huge pickup at this point in time, given that Azrael hasn't even found that part of the map just yet. That's a really great find there for Koper. I mean, Ardrick's armor is the most broken armor probably on the NES. For those of you that are not familiar with what the Ardrick's armor does, it's pretty to any damage tile, so swamp and the barriers that you find in Cantlin and in Sherlock. It reduces the Hurtmore by a half to 2/3, and it reduces Dragon Lord 2 breath by a third. So it makes it absolutely livable. And, and it also heals 1 HP per step, and it gives you complete immunity to the stop spell. So yeah, it's pretty darn broken.
So where's Ardrick's armor in vanilla?
Hawksness.
Oh, so it was vanilla.
It was indeed vanilla.
What's usually guarding it?
Oh, now you're asking the tough questions. I think it's a blue Axe Knight. I was going to say blue dragon, but no, I think it's the Axe Knight.
Makes sense. Also makes sense why that creature is so dangerous, given the fact that they don't want you getting the armor early.
And Centroid in chat, who is also our wonderful tracker tonight, reminding us that the vanilla Axe Knight also does have the spell Sleep, which can be interesting.
Oh, that's horrible. That's absolutely horrible.
Also, E-tap to thee, I say, boo.
What'd he say?
Why you gotta ask so many questions?
Oh my. Because how else do you learn?
Meanwhile, we have Azrael here taking on a wolf, taking down the wolf. And I believe, is this going to... Yep, this is going to get Azrael to level 7.
129? A new spell. Wow. That's, nice.
Yeah, level 7 was a nice level, especially for the HP. And we have puns going all over the place here. Great. Get thee to a punnery, chat.
Ah, they need to be punished.
Ooh. Alright, so they're still exploring. Azrael needs to get his butt to the west-hand side of this map a little bit. Just exploring the rest of the continent that he hasn't explored near the castle. St. Von Jester, thank you very much for your raid. We really appreciate it. I hope everybody from St. Von Chester's chat is doing well.
Oh, and welcome everybody. I hope you enjoy the stream. We are having a wonderful match between AzraelRavenheart and jkoper.
And we have found Garenham south of Tantagel into that swamp. So, that's a great find out. We have a dragon scale pickup here for Azrael. Garenham is normally a great pickup, but in order to unlock Garenham's true capability, you do the back half of Garenham. And we have a small shield pickup for AzraelRavenheart, so we do get a little bit of extra defense for him.
Indeed. Alright, so this could prove interesting. You know, for being 15 minutes in, this isn't half bad.
Which just means we're waiting for the other shoe to drop in this seed for, you know, it being like level 20 required or something like that.
Oh, you know, I do tend to roll high level needed seeds.
Ooh, jkoper getting taken down by an Axe Knight who does not go down to the first Hurtmore. Alright, so now we're seeing Azrael getting, well, kinda, sorta, west, but he needs to go south and west, not north and west. It looks like, yep, jkoper is about to stumble into Garenham. So really the big thing both of our runners are looking for at this point is Rimmildar. They are looking for a source of keys at this point.
Huh. True. That always seems to be the other shoe, doesn't it?
Indeed it is. You know, I suppose that they could find, you know, the grave or the mountain cave or the bonus cave or Erdrick's cave and find a key in one of those treasure chests, which would also open up the seed because then you can go to the back of Tantagel and buy keys in the back of Tantagel. So, I mean, really our runners are just looking for something that has a key, either Rimmildar or a treasure chest.
Huh. Well, we shall see.
Ooh, please find a new cave here on the eastern end of, I believe this is east of Garenham. So let's see what we have here. Once jkoper is allowed to get there by RNG. We'll see.
RNG the best.
Azrael getting to level 8, and jkoper finding a cave, and it is... drum roll, it is... Mountain Cave. So, 5 chests, all of which are easy to obtain, but we'll see how the enemy set is here in this cave and see if they're attainable at this point.
We shall see.
jkoper using the sleep and run on the Stone Man, and it's looking like he's going to have to duel Hurtmore and Armored Knight. As long as this Hurtmore, and it does land, so jkoper will survive this battle. So it looks like the cave set here or the enemy set here in this cave is a little rough, given, you know, werewolves and stone men and armored knights.
Yep. Alright, what's here? Some gold.
So, in an ideal world, jkoper is going to find a key somewhere in these next 4 chests, and then be able to, well, go up to the first floor, die, and open up the back of Tantagel and the treasury, and maybe get a gold grind going if there's gold in the treasury. We shall see. But again, that's an ideal world, which means, you know, we're going to get absolute bupkis here in this cave.
It's looking like that for now, at least. Dragon
Azrael,
scale.
Unfortunately, jkoper had just picked one up from Garenham. Azrael getting to where he needs to be. He's going to stumble into coal in a second, and we'll find his Erdrick's armor as long as he can make it there alive.
That's always the question, no? And you make it there in one piece.
jkoper getting to level 10.
And a key!
There we go. So he's got... Hopefully now jkoper will realize, hey, I can get back to the treasury and set up a gold grind if there is one there, get, you know, a really good sword, get a, you know, the silver shield, which is in Cantlin. You know, let's see if he sets that up.
Yep. You know, though, I can't tell you how many times I've seen it happen where it's like there is a gold grind spot in the treasury, but the person picks wrong.
So Azrael has picked up his Erdrick's armor and is now exploring the rest of this part of the world. And it looks like a copper sword for Azrael as well.
Nice.
Little extra attack never hurts. Now the strength is nice, but a little extra attack, no big deal. Alright, yep, and it does look like Koper is doing the walk to kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me.
And one more hit should do it. And there is the intentional death warp.
So what you're probably going to go see is jkoper head over to the key shop, buy some keys, and then into the treasury, hope to find some gold. Now, given that I believe he picked up all 5, and we're probably going to get the glitch to appear right away, we might see some very interesting treasure names. We shall see what we get here.
Oh boy. Also, I love how Link just kind of blends in with the green grass.
Yeah, it's an interesting little Link several times, and it's kind of wiggy on the eyes. jkoper finding another cave, and this looks, well, this has got to be the grave. Enemies in a cave can go up and down. This is definitely the grave.
Alright.
So he might even be able to gold grind here in the cave. Now, that's probably not going to be the choice, the preferred choice, because, you know, then it takes out the prospect of a death warp. Oh, and a hurt takes care of AzraelRavenheart, sending him back the stair just as he has Hawksness in his sight.
Well, at least he knows it's there.
Indeed. I would imagine he's going to make his way right there. Alright, so let's see what we have here in the first 3 chests, and let's see what funky names we get.
Sword Magician.
Sword Magician. Wish to have the Sword Magician. What
and it's the Silver Heart.
And oh, that's Silver Harp. That's always nice to see. And okay, another Silver Harp. Let's see what we get here. We get
Torch.
Yay, torch. Thou hast found the torch. No, is it really a torch or is it something else? And it is
wings.
Well, it's obviously not the sword. It is wings. Alright, so jkoper exiting out as he just wanted to check the top 3 chests. So now he's going to go check the treasury, see what we have in there, and see what other fun names we can come up with.
Watch the only... Well, actually, I guess he has 8 chests now, so it doesn't matter which one it is. Sword!
Is it actually the sword? It looks like. It is indeed. That was actually the sword. So we do have a sword in the treasury.
And then a bamboo pole. What are you doing?
Pole. So it's not gold, and it's not an herb or a key. It's the death necklace. Okay, what do we have here? Curse belt, meh.
But Erdrick's sword. No.
Erdrick's sword is great.
No, no gold grind, but sword.
No gold grind as of yet. Now he can go to the bottom of the grave maybe with the sword and the armor and try down there, but it looks like he's going to opt out of that. Now the one interesting thing is that we found belts. Okay. Now we already know that the token was in the search spot, and we found the armor, but we now know that the fairy flute is going to be on the overworld. So that's a guaranteed thing since we found both curse belts. So we definitely have the fairy flute on the overworld coordinates. My hunch is jkoper is not even going to check the coordinates unless we get a stupid golem in some stupid place.
And a fighter's ring.
That's a handy pickup.
And studs of sunlight. Alright, so, I don't know if we found the Rainbow Drop Cave, the Jerk Cave, but we know where the Staff of Rain Cave is.
Yeah, we do know where the Staff of Rain Cave is. I do not believe we found the Jerk, but for all we know, the Jerk could be waiting for jkoper here underneath Garenham.
Wow! Okay, so that's grind mode now, basically.
I don't think we found Sherlock.
Oh, wait. Oh, we do need to find that, don't we? Ow, though, this is...
Yeah, this is a really quick seed, it kind of looks like. Now, that said, we don't have a really great grind place at this point in time. The Stone Man is okay, but we really haven't seen enough of the Stone Man to know what fun attacks it might have.
I mean, we're getting pretty good on stats. We're not there yet, obviously, but maybe we'll just see a Jet Seed. You know, unless the game is a jerk and is like, no stats for you for the next 10 levels.
So it looks like we're going to get jkoper checking the boss here in the Swamp Cave. If this is something relatively simple, this is going to be grind.
Oh, fun police. Ouch.
That is not relatively simple.
Ooh.
But it is beatable. I mean, you're going to have to use up a ton of heal mores at first, but it is definitely beatable.
Up 10G, he still has to find, Sherlock. But otherwise, yeah, he's in no mode.
Yeah, he is definitely in grind and go mode once he has to find Sherlock, but he is definitely in grind mode at this point. So I would imagine he'll probably grind a few of these red dragons, see if he can't get some sort of mega strength increase or agility increase to make this a really viable grind. It might be a really slow grind.
Oh, there he goes.
Yep.
Got it.
Alright.
How often is it that you see that, like, you were in go mode before you even find Sherlock?
I'm a little surprised jkoper doesn't go up to Breckenary to heal up and then figure out something else. Oh, okay, let's see what's here at level 11. 2 power, 16, and 6. So that's a pretty solid agility boost right there.
Wow. And, yeah. This is gonna be a race.
So what Azrael needs to do, he needs to find that mountain cave that had that key that pretty much sprung this seed wide open. I mean, they don't even need, I think, where was the grave? The grave was in the basement of Tantich.
Oh.
Or no, wait, no, they did. The grave had the stones of sunlight. My bad. Or the harp. No, harp. Stones were somewhere else. Harp was in the grave. My bad. This is what happens when I don't write things down.
Admittedly, I'm not writing stuff down either. I don't know names well enough to do so.
You know, I wonder if jkoper might go into, I think it was the mountain cave, and grind on the first floor of the mountain cave a little bit, because those did have werewolves, they did have stonemen, and they did have armored knights. So I'm wondering if maybe he goes to the first floor of the mountain cave and grinds there a little bit.
Oh wow, so up to a G pointing out, as well as Centroid, that Red Dragon could be a grind spot.
It's not an ideal grind spot at this point in time, as it will take a while to beat a bunch of those. Oh, Rimmeldar fine for Azrael, so he's going to pick up keys the old-fashioned way.
Yep.
Because the red dragons will hit you for a megaton still. So you're going to have to use a ton of heal mores, but it is more experience per kill. That is absolutely a true statement there. And less HP. So it probably would be quicker than a Stone Man grind, but it's not a quick grind at this point either way.
True, I guess it just comes down to preference.
Well, that and kind of. I mean, the Stone Man has the potential for an easy grind as they can be put to sleep. And
there's jkoper's Rainbow Drop. Oh yeah, he's in grind mode.
Azrael finding the only large shield we have seen in this seed in Rimeldar, and picks it up.
Wow, I don't think I've seen a seed this fast. We're a little over 30 minutes in. We're level 11. We're in go mode for one player, aside from needing to grind up levels. This is crazy.
jkoper checking the coal weapon shop. He is desperately searching for a large shield and finds one in coal. JJ, yes, there is a silver shield in the first shop in Cantman.
No real grind spot, though.
Well, I mean, once you get a few levels, that red dragon spot really becomes attractive, because then you should be able to hit the red dragon harder and absorb a few more of the blows. So, a couple of levels, then go to the red dragon, maybe. But notice that even though Azrael is behind as far as key items go, he's actually keeping up fairly well with jkoper when it comes to the experience factor. He's only 400, 500 behind, and he's 2 hits into a metal slime. We have dueling metal slime. Oh, and the metal slime runs away on Azrael. Ooh, hurt more on metal slime. Ow. Ow.
That hurts a lot.
Oh, excellent move. There we go. So, 255 experience, 2 jkoper. So it looks like jkoper is going to go test out the Stoneman, it looks like.
Yep. I mean, he knows he's ready to go as soon as he grinds up some levels.
And Azrael joins jkoper at level 11. So for the first time in a while, we'll be able to directly compare the 2 builds here between Azrael and jkoper. See what we have here at level 11. So it looks like Azrael has 4 more agility, but 6... given how high both of those levels are right now, it's looking like MP might be the prevailing factor depending on what these next few levels give. Nice hit point there, nice MP, so maybe strength is going to be the issue, maybe?
Usually is.
It depends on the seed. I've seen my fair share of HP being the issue, and MP. Ooh, nice Armored Knight find here for jkoper.
Boy. Oh, there's some nice XP. Experience, yeah.
Oh yeah, agreed, Lord of the Synth, that agility right now is a problem given the MP level. But let's see what the next few levels bring. I mean, this could be... one good level gets jkoper there at this point. But it would have to be an exceptionally good level. Ooh, excellent move.
I mean,
meanwhile,
the only stat not in orange is strength.
Azrael very desperately looking for what he needs. The silver harp, of course, was in the grave. The stones of sunlight, I believe they were in the back of Garenham, I think. And well, he knows where the staff cave is, and the...
Ooh, ouch.
Ooh, knights have hurt more, Allie.
I was more referring to the stone man just knocking jkoper out.
Up to NG saying that this seems like a level 15 seed. I'm not going to disagree with you, right? I'm not going to disagree with you at all there. It could very well be a 15.
Wonder if we're going to see a sub 1 hour seed for jkoper.
I would absolutely say the potential is there, but we still haven't seen Sherlock. So who knows how long it's going to take to find Sherlock. I don't even think Azrael has found Sherlock yet, so
this is such
it certainly seems like it's tucked away.
This is such an unusual situation.
Okay, so Azrael finding a cave that I don't think we've seen. So I think this is either going to be the bonus cave. Oh, there's Sherlock. It's right by the bonus cave.
Yep, and with that, we are being rated by our fam over at Randomizer main channel. So,
thank you.
Welcome to everybody from the main channel. We're having a bracket, I believe, stage match between Azrael and jkoper. jkoper is in grind mode, but still has absolutely no idea where Sherlock is, and neither do we.
But we just found it.
Oh, did we? Oh,
yep,
there it is.
Over on Azrael's side.
And so everybody, make sure to follow these runners, my co-commentator, D-Man, and the tracker for this race, Centroid, and also be sure to follow all the Randomizer network. I believe main 2, 3, and 4 are all active at points.
Exactly. And also, please make sure you give a follow to our wonderful co-commentator and restreamer for the night, Math Girl 718. We really appreciate all of her hard work and her double roll tonight.
I'm enjoying myself.
Oh, good. Just for those of you that may have just joined us, as you can see, we are in quite the situation here when it comes to a quick seed. jkoper is at level 12, and yes, there is no typo there on any of his tracker. He has everything he needs to beat the Dragon Lord, except A, levels, and B, the location of Sherlock. Azrael has just found Sherlock, relatively keeping up with experience with jkoper, although that's going to start... I think the gap is going to start to grow here, but as you can see, he only has the token. He needs to go... Basically, what he needs to do is get his butt back to the Tantagel area, because that's where everything else is right around the castle. Level 13 for jkoper, I missed it. Well, looks like that was another fairly big agility level. The HP, the MP at that, the MP at this agility level is not good, and strength is getting there.
Kind of getting close.
There we go. jkoper remembering that Brecconary is right there, so he's going to jump into Brecconary, get a nice cheap in. And, no, head back. You know, something I just kind of noticed. All of these chests that our runners have seen, I don't think we've seen a gold chest yet. I think all of the gold in this seed is in Sherlock, or the very, very basement of the grave.
Could be.
Oh, Tilo dude pointing out that I missed the bonus cave. The bonus cave was gold. Alright, well that's one chest that we've seen that's gold. So it looks like Koper is giving up his grind to go hopefully find Sherlock. But we know that Sherlock is over on the main continent, and it is a bit of a windy walk. Azrael looks like he is going to find the mountain cave.
Alright, and I am back. Sorry about that.
So it'll be interesting to see if Azrael does kind of the same thing that jkoper did, in that, you know, find... Oh, there's another gold chest. Missed that one too. Is find the 5 chests here and then do a death warp to go back to the treasury and the grave, turns out. We'll see if Azrael decides to do that, or, you know, just casts outside in return. We'll see what Azrael decides to do here. And jkoper back on the Red Dragon grind, and we're going to see now jkoper, I think, take a mammoth lead in experience here, getting that he, you know, being that he's going to get 255 experience roughly every minute or so, and AzraelRavenheart is still doing the things which, you know, certainly don't give anything near that rate. Alright, so that kill took 20 seconds. And jkoper to level 14. Good power. Nothing else. So this gotta go to 15 here.
It'd be a 15 seed.
And really, this is all going to come down to ratios now. If he has enough power to take out the Dragon Lord in whatever number of hits, he can survive with lowish agility and lowish MP, depending on what his HP is. So this is all going to come down to what his strength is versus his MP versus his HP. It'll be interesting. I mean, if he gets 10 strength and 10 MP, he's golden. But we shall see what he winds up getting. Azrael is death warping, so he will warp back to Tangential Castle and find the same thing jkoper did, which is a bunch of disappointment.
Man, though. Or Azrael.
Yeah, this isn't a really bad seed. He gets his sword. Just double checking it is indeed the sword. And he finds, in this case, was the death necklace. And he's going to find the bamboo pole again, which in this case was a cursed belt. And this was, I want to say fairy water? Fairy water. Up to NG actually pointing out something very important here in chat. Neither one of our runners have repel yet, so finding Sherlock is going to be a pain if it's a big walk, which we know it is, because, you know, he doesn't have repel to keep the monsters away.
Yep, and Randomizer 3 is also rating us now. Welcome everybody from Randomizer 3. We have a race in the bracket stages between Azrael and jkoper. I hope you guys enjoyed what was going on Randomizer 3, and give these runners a follow if you like what you see. And yeah, we have a very interesting race today because, well, as you can see, jkoper just needs to grind up some levels. Although I don't believe he knows where Sherlock is.
Correct. Azrael just picked up his silver harp, and now that he has keys, he knows where Garenham is, right south of here. My guess is he's going to head into Garenham next and pick up his Stones of Sunlight and the Rainbow Drop, and right in the same right in one fell swoop. But he's actually going to go check out the bottom of the grave. Well, he's certainly looking for the stones. he might also be looking for a gold grind as well.
Oh boy.
Jkoper's in on level 15 here. I believe, if I remember my tables right, this next Red Dragon kill will get Jkoper to level 15, where he's hoping to see Repel and enough stat gains where he can say, all right, as soon as I find Sharlock, I'm in.
We will see. Nope, we still need one more. It's an AK-47. Well, I guess that works to grind on as well.
Absolutely. Nice, easy 2 hurt more kill. And now we find another Red Dragon at the trigger spot. Alright, so let's see what we get here in level 15. We get 1 power, 3 speed, 2 hit points, 2 MP, and a new spell. We do get Repel. Oh boy, this is... I don't know.
This is kind of a rude slow down to a crawl.
Well, at 133, so 133 minus 100 is 33. 33 divided by 2 is 16.5, but you round down to 16. And then divided by 2 again is 8. So he's doing 8 to 16 damage, an average of 12. So you're going to need, what, 12, 13, 14, 15 hits to kill the Dragon Lord. And he doesn't have the MP to get there yet. We have a gold grind here on Azrael's side, so this silver shield plus his agility, it could make a difference when it comes to fighting the Dragon Lord and getting through Sharlock. Now, is it too little too late for Azrael? Maybe?
I don't know. It's gonna be a race.
We'll see. Depends how quickly he gets to Garanham. I mean, that is really the key. If he gets to Garanham quick and gets on his grind, he knows where Sharlock is, so he doesn't have to wander. He can go straight there. Tramprayo, is the silver shield nearby? Indeed it is. It is right here in Cantman.
I'm gonna go get it. There's his shield.
So Azrael does have the best equipment possible in the game, and he's now going to pop right next door and trade in his harp for a staff, and then he will go to Garanham, where he will find the other 2 items he needs to unlock Sharlock. He will find the stones in the back of... He will find the stones in the back of Garanham, and then in the basement of Garanham, he will find the jerk. So Azrael will soon be joining Koper on his grind. So now basically what this heat is going to come down to is what happens first. Does Azrael hit the level he needs first? Or does Koper find Sharlock first? That's what this race is going to come down to.
Yeah. That's insane. Although, Azrael is still a few levels behind. It's gonna be close.
Yeah, and the choice here of Azrael's grind spot is going to make a huge difference. In order for him to keep pace with Koper, he needs to go grind the Red Dragons. Now the question is, will he take a look in the Swamp Cave for the... Will he take a look at the Swamp Cave for the boss, or will he just go to where he knows in Hawksness and take on the slower Stone Man grind? We shall see.
Big question. And there's his rainbow drop.
And again, unless I forget my tables, this Red Dragon should in fact get jkoper to level 16. Now the question is 16 going to be another bust-tastic level, or is this going to give Koper the stats he needs to go find Sherlock and kill the Dragon Lord? Let's see what we get here. We get 14 power, that's plenty. 13 hit points. Oh, no magic.
Ooh, that's rough. Is it doable?
Right, so now we're doing... Well, now we're doing 13 to 26 damage, right? So it's an average of 15, 10 hits. Oh, it's close. It's probably... He's over 50%. That's for sure. He's over 50%, but he can't waste too many heal mores on the dive down. So we'll see. Unos in chat saying he can afford to heal more twice. So we shall see. I would think now he is definitely going to go hunt Sherlock. Absolutely.
You know, he might hit 17 on the way there, though, if he spends long enough looking. Maybe 17's the magic number. Alright.
Alright, so now jkoper is kind of searching around. Now, we know Sherlock is actually south of the mountain cave right here. Eligibrap, was there a gold grind available? Kind of? Maybe? There was a gold grind possible because the grave of Garanham, the grave, was in the basement of Tantagel. And the only gold chest in Tantagel was at the very bottom of the grave. So, if you opened up Treasury and went to the throne room and then dove to the bottom of the grave, you could have done a gold grind, which was exactly what Azrael did. So Azrael did kind of sort of quote-unquote luck into a gold grind. And jkoper has now found Sherlock.
Oh boy, so that is go mode for him.
Now it's just how is Sherlock and is he going to be able to run?
He could always reach 17 on the way down.
I don't think he's going to fight at all. Given that he's not really damage breaking anything in here, he's not gonna chance it.
True. Oh, armored knight, please.
Yep, and here's one of the enemies that could do him in, the armored knight. It'd be hard for him to run up from a lot of these. Gets away on the second turn though, and he only got hit for 19, so that's not too bad.
Oh, this is scary. Blue dragon, please.
Now, I don't know what Koper's herb situation is. I don't know if he has full herbs or what kind of herbage he has picked up. And do note that over on Azrael's side, he has chosen the slower Stone Man grind. So it's going to be a while until we see Azrael getting the levels needed to take on the Dragon Lord.
G47.
Oh no.
Oh no, that's gonna be it. Oh.
And jkoper is sent back to start after being taken out by an armored knight that he could not run from. Yep, this is just the issue here with going with this low MP. You're not going to want to use many heal mores. Let's see what he decides to do. I would probably try to go again, and then if I can't make it, maybe one more level. Yeah, he keeps checking his stats. I think he's questioning whether or not he can actually do this, because given the number of times he's checked his stat screen, but it looks like he's going to try it again.
You know, so I imagine he's scared of what's further down the castle.
Well, given what we've seen on the first floor, that's guaranteed to be there on the first two floors. As you get lower in the castle, it's actually possible that the enemies get easier because there is a different enemy set as you get lower in the castle. So, maybe he finds, wizards or werewolves, which are easily runnable at this level.
Yeah, but do you want to risk running into a ton of red dragons on the final floor and not being able to heal?
Though these are the chances you take. And Azrael is done with the first part of his grind. He needs to go to an inn to refresh his MP, and then we'll probably go back to the Stone Man grind.
Yep. Also, how are you supposed to know that secret passage is there?
I believe one of the NPCs gives a hint about something being behind the throne. The Dragon Lord's throne.
That's supposed to be a throne?
Yeah. Hey, it's 8-bit. You really can't, you can't blame the 8-bit for not, being more, what's the word I'm looking for? Ornate with its design. This is 8-bit.
It looks like a bunch of stone walls.
And you notice it's like, because that's where the entrance was in Dragon Warrior 3. Well, yeah, great. Too bad Dragon Warrior 3 came out after Dragon Warrior 1.
I really ought to pick up this game and play it some.
It's fun. It's fun to play.
And you can't even be mad when you get killed a ton of times, because everybody gets killed a ton of times.
And here's one of those red dragons. Running on 35 and gets away. That was a clutch run right there.
Wow.
Hey, DH Dom, don't make fun. I started calling Dragon Warrior races before I played. I started calling Zelda 1 races before I played. So, if you watch enough, you can certainly know enough to be competent in commentating.
Trust me, you have to learn a lot, track, and keep your sanity.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, one is encountering a red dragon. Run, 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 run! Okay. Yeah, I know, DH sounds good peeps. But... let's... oh my goodness. Yeah, use that heal more.
And that Armored Knight's still giving jkoper trouble.
Oh gosh, not this reference again.
And looks like Koper has gotten to the bottom floor. No reason to check the treasury at all. Ooh, bottom floor with Armored Knights. That's not what Koper wants to see. Golems, just fine. You can run from them. Azrael still grinding away.
As one would expect, given the fact that...
Golem. So this is so far a very mild bottom floor.
we still have the Guardian.
Yeah, so as DeFerret kind of points out in chat that if it's the fun mini-boss, that's not a fun time. Armored Knight wouldn't be very fun either.
It looks like it's the fun place.
Oh, of course it is. That is not what Koper wants to see. And level 14 for AzraelRavenheart. He's checking his stats.
And there goes down the red dragon. Hey, AK-47, get out of the way.
Alright, so let's see what we get here. So we've got 5 herbs. So 4 herbs. There we go. Oh, he puts on the death necklace. Interesting call there. So he's probably going to wind up getting less double attacks. So is that a... We'll see if that was a good call.
Alright.
1 hurt more with a fight. Ooh, another hurt. Lord 1 being, less than kind. Ooh, another hurt more.
Oh my goodness. Dragon Lord, please.
jkoper going all in with the herb strats, and that Dragon Lord 1 just is not playing nice. Alright, there is the stop spell.
Which, of course, has no effect since, you know, he has Erdrick's Armor.
And of course, you get the 51 as your fourth attack, or third attack, which you love to see. Alright, so no back attack, so that's good. We have 19. and 28. Oh god, 47.
This is gonna be close. Oh, yellow.
68. 68. He should be okay.
I'm not even sure what you're counting right now.
68 and 24 is, oh boy, 92. 92, 117. Oh, he's got this. He's got this in the bag. I'm counting HP.
Ah!
And I think I'm at 131, I think. So this next attack should do it. If not, then it's the one after. Okay, ooh, low roll there. So this next attack, as long as I'm counting right, this next attack should take care of it.
Well, even if not, he's got... yep, there goes the Dragon Lord.
There goes. jkoper is going to win this race just barely over an hour.
Alright, and I will get you the time as soon as... jkoper finishes with an official SRL time of 1:02:09. GG's.
Alright, so jkoper will move on to play High Spirits in the next round of the bracket. Azrael wishing jkoper a good game and is continuing his dive down Charlock.
Been a good race. Wow.
Yeah, so the big difference here in the seed was jkoper got to the western part of the main continent first, which allowed him easy access to Erdrick's armor, which once he had Erdrick's armor early, that kind of set the pace for exploration for jkoper. And given that he could explore a little more quickly than Azrael, that just put him in a better situation, and jkoper's grind spot was far better than Azrael's. So those two things put together led to this win by jkoper.
Indeed. We shall see. He has been offered to join for an interview, but there has been no response yet in IRC chat.
So looks like Azrael is keeping on diving down. Wonder if Azrael actually going to try this at this level. I mean, it's possible to do. So I don't know if it's 50%, but it's possible.
He's certainly going for it.
So as you can kind of see here, just based on the stats a little bit, you can see the major the strength HP and the strength agility builds. Right now at level 14, AzraelRavenheart has more agility than jkoper did at 16. And as you can see, the HP difference is huge. Azrael's at 107, while jkoper, before putting on the death necklace, was at 131.
Ow.
And with that ding, I do believe we have jkoper joining us here in Discord. jkoper, nicely done, sir. Good game.
Thank you.
How about the... Oh, go ahead.
So what are your thoughts on this seed? Pretty fast seed, huh?
Yeah, you could say that. I mean, it was an hour seed. We started with more. They don't get much faster than that.
Yes, so your opponent, Azrael, is heading down Sherlock at level 14.
Oh, really?
Azrael did the strength agility build, and he also, his routing took him to the bottom of the grave, and the bottom of the grave had a gold chest. So he was able to grind on that gold chest in the bottom of the grave and get the silver shield out of Cantland. So he's got good defense power. His strength and HP and MP, little borderline. We'll see what happens. But the big thing here was you actually got east of Darrenham quicker than Azrael did and found the Erdrick's armor probably a good 20-30 minutes ahead of Azrael.
I see. Yeah, I felt like the beginning of this seed went pretty smoothly for me. I mean, I ran into a couple red dragons, but then I said, let's not go that way. And then it kind of followed me towards the armor almost in a way.
Yeah, it really did.
And there's level 15 for Azrael.
And the other thing that kind of blew this open is you actually got to the mountain cave well ahead of Azrael and found that key, which then you used to buy more keys, which just gave you everything you needed. Azrael actually wound his way around the continent and found Grimmeldar, which was well west of where Sherlock wound up being.
Yeah, that's kind of where I guessed it would be, since I didn't go to the southwest corner. My exploration was ridiculously efficient here. Let's say lucky. That's a better word for it.
Yeah, I think you pretty much. I mean, other than exploring that little second continent, you really didn't explore anything you didn't need to, and it was your exploration was. I mean, really, it was pretty damn perfect. You really didn't do much extra.
Yeah,
and that there's to grind on the red dragons was perfect. I mean, that was a really good grind for you in that red dragon.
Yeah, I didn't think that there was much chance that Sherlock was on the second continent. But I figured that while I was up there, I should just go check it and then not worry about it. So, put it out of my mind.
Well, yeah, absolutely. And and given that Breckenary was right there, I think that was the absolute correct decision. Grinding on the red dragons, correct decision. You just made every good decision you could make in this seed. You really played this. I mean, I've seen you play a lot of seeds, and this is probably as good as I've seen you play a seed. This was fantastic play out of you.
Yeah, thanks. I like to think that I don't make a lot of bad decisions, but it's good to know that it was good, I guess. I know the one thing I definitely screwed up was I walked out of Garringham and then walked back in because I forgot to buy a dragon scale and some other stuff, but that was pretty inconsequential. That was a couple seconds of walking.
Yeah.
I didn't heal more like on the first floor of Sherlock for a couple of reasons. One, because I hadn't done the math and I wasn't sure if I could spare them. And then two, because if I'm gonna fail in Sherlock, I want to get it out of the way with. I don't want to get down on MP, put myself behind the 8-ball, and then get down to the bottom floor and not be able to use a heal more. I'd rather have that safety for later. So, if I'm gonna take a death, take it early, like I did. And then, yeah. What's going on?
Okay, so Azrael's down to his last hit here. Is this gonna kill the Dragon Lord?
No! And we have an official forfeit from AzraelRavenheart. GG's to him. He fought a good match. Or Azrael.
And I do believe that is Azrael. Azrael, well played.
Thank you. I'll be curious to watch this one back and see what went wrong, because I felt like I played the seed pretty well, except for the Dragon Lord fight there at the end.
I mean, really what happened, as I was telling jkoper a little earlier, he got west of Tantagil Garanham a lot quicker than you did. And so he was able to probably a good 15, 20, 30 minutes ahead of you. And that really right there kind of set the tone for the rest of the seed. And he also got into the mountain cave to get a key first. So, between those two things, you were kind of behind the 8 ball. You were at equivalent levels until Koper started to grind on the red dragons in the swamp cave, and then it was, that was it.
I tried the red dragon there. It never really feels right to grind them, but I guess I could just be wrong.
I mean, I was, for the most part, it worked so that the fight was that I would be at full health and then kill one and be almost down to nothing and then heal more again to full health. And, it would usually be 1 heal more per fight. But if I got unlucky, then it might be 2.
Yeah, that's kind of what it felt like with I went to the Stone Men in Hawksness.
Yeah, I started there when
I got savaged with sleep not working about 5 or 6 times during that grind.
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I got to the armor really early. I don't know if you heard what Z-Man said, because it sounded like he skipped out a little bit.
I did.
Okay, yeah, because I got the armor like 30 minutes before you, or whatever, 20, I don't know. But when in my armor fight, the first time I got there, I didn't have much MP left, so I decided to back out, and then I got hit by a red dragon or something, and he saved me an in trip, I guess. So I went back to Oxness with full health, or more MP the second time, and I put a sleep on him and then got a hurt more in, and then he woke up and I slept him again, and then I failed like 2 hurt mores, and then thankfully with 5 MP left, my last hurt more hit. So that was kind of a fun moment for me when I took him down for the armor. But yeah, I don't know. Everything went really well for me for the most part. It made me a little nervous at the end, having the low agility, because I was on a strength HP build.
Yeah, my agility felt pretty good. I had similar luck with getting the Hawksness. I saw it the first time I went over that direction, and I got blocked by an AK sent back to Tantagil. Got over there again, got blocked by a metal slime sent back to Tantagil. Finally got there on the 3rd try. Slept the Stone Man, and I guess I presume I'm much higher level than you were for your Stone Man fight, because I was actually like meleeing him for about 26 or so. So I just kind of slept him. He stayed asleep for 3 or 4 turns, smacked the crap out of him, and managed to just continue the fight that way.
I also didn't have the sword yet, so
I didn't either. I had a copper sword.
That might have been what I had. I might have had a copper sword. I don't remember if I had gotten it by then. I probably did. Yeah, I must have. But yeah, there was some crazy strength at the end, and level 16 was a really nice level. So, had you stuck it out for 1 more level, you would have had a sure win, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether I did my math wrong when I did the calculations for 15, or whether my Dragon Lord fight was just utterly awful. I think it might have been a little bit more of the second column there, because I believe my average was 12, and I think I only hit above average 1 or 2 times during the entire fight. So I think I probably had like just enough. It would have been a coin flip. I think I could have gotten it with average rolls, but I got a couple single digits and a couple 10s and 11s under my average of 12. So I mean, at that point, that was just extra garbage time or whatever at the end, anyhow, because you had already won at that point.
Yeah. I don't. Same thing for me. Like, I don't consider what happens after someone wins a 2-person race part of the race anymore. But yeah, I went to 16. My leveling on the Red Dragons was pretty good. I got another gold split grinding to 16 there, so that's fun. But I had strength HP build, so I used the Death Necklace, which put me at 98 HP, and that was actually lower than I thought it was going to put me at. But whatever, it worked out okay, I guess. Oh yeah, I guess that's right. Because I was thinking 98 was the danger zone, and it kind of was with my agility, maybe, but because I didn't get a silver shield. And
Okay, yeah, I did have a silver from the last chest in the grave was gold.
yeah, I didn't think about going to the bottom of the grave to do a gold grind at the time. And then I was thinking about it later, and I thought, it probably wasn't worth it anyway, because that would have been a lot of diving just to get a gold grind to get a silver shield, when I did eventually find a large shield, although it took me like checking a half dozen shops just to find it.
Yeah, thankfully my gold grind, it wasn't really out of the way. I had just gotten done with Mountain Cave and everything down by Sharlock, and I took a death back over to the castle, because that was also the expedition where I had found Rimuldar to get keys finally. And so I knew everything I needed was going to be in Tentagial Basement and back of Garenham. As soon as I went down and saw the grave, I knew Jerk was in Garenham. And obviously still checking for the Stones of Sunlight, because that's all you were really missing after the top of the grave. That just led me down, and then the last one was a gold chest, and Cantlin was, a stone's throw away, so I just opted to go for it because it was right there.
Yeah, I don't blame you if you went down there, but I checked the top of the grave first, and then I went back to the throne room, and then I had everything I needed. So, yeah. Oh, I did screw up one other thing that I can think of. I should have turned in the harp for the staff before I went to see what was in Garenham, so that I didn't have to go back there for my drop, but that's not a huge deal. All right. Anything else we need to discuss?
Nope. Any last thoughts?
How do you feel about playing jkoper?
I don't know if I've raced High Spirits before. I mean, I've raced him in group races. Like, we were in the first ever race of DWR with the when we were still using the original map, and there were many things that aren't randomized that are randomized now. Back when they used to take 3 hours or something.
Wow. That's insane.
But I don't know that I've raced him like one-on-one in a tournament or anything before. Not that I can recall. But I'm looking forward to it. It should be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. That should be a really good match. So, all right. So, any final thoughts before we get out of here, Azrael or Koper?
No, GG Coper. Good luck moving forward. I'm pretty happy with my performance in this tournament. I consider myself better at Chaos than at the Vanilla, so I actually came into the tournament not expecting to make the bracket. And so I feel like I already outperformed what I came in expecting out of myself, because just for some reason much less comfortable in the like more standard rando comparative to chaos mode. So I'm happy with happy with how far I got this time, and hopefully do better next time or in the next chaos if we have another one. And again, good luck, Coper, moving forward.
Thanks, Azrael. Good game to you as well. I'm glad that you were happy with how the tournament went for you, and best of luck with whatever you're doing next. And thanks for all the commentary, restream tracking, and whatnot, everyone. Appreciate all the support as always.
And GG's to you, jkoper and Azrael. We're gonna be rating speed gaming.
But right before we sign off, we should probably mention that we've got 2 more races here coming up on Thursday. I would imagine they'll be on one of the Randomania channels. We have at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, we have Game Boy F9 and Angry Larry. And at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, we've got BTs against Lavkian. So we've got 2 more group stage matches coming, or not group stage, 2 more bracket stage matches coming up for you on Thursday. So look for us then. And we still have Ryu Saishin and Mr. Holmes to get on the schedule. So 3 more races left in the first round of this bracket here, and then we'll be on to the second round. So I think that'll do it for us. We should thank Centroid for his wonderful tracking. We really appreciate it. Math Girl, thank you so much for hopping in the booth with me tonight and restreaming this match. That's awesome. You did a great job, and very nice. Thank you. We really appreciate it. So
thank you for hopping in here with me.
Absolutely. I had a blast. Make sure everybody follows the 2 runners. We had jkoper and AzraelRavenheart. Make sure you drop Centroid a follow, and make sure you drop Math Girl a follow. They're all excellent streamers, and you won't be sorry for doing such. So, as Math Girl said, we'll send it off to Speed Gaming. So I will say goodnight, and then let Math Girl say the final goodnight. So, ladies and gentlemen, good night.
Night, everybody. All right. We are muted on